We'd like to welcome each and every individual to Voices of Integrity podcast for accounting and finance. And so we're going to be talking about depreciation and how you allocate expenses. So hopefully you've been through the other training. You understand, balance sheet, income statements, assets, liabilities. Hopefully you understand that. If you haven't, definitely go through that. Because Jason and Luke went through a bunch of really good stuff that'd be good for other people to know. So, and let's use Dreamscape as a case study. And so Dreamscape bought a vehicle, and so that vehicle, let's say, cost $30,000. So, how do you go ahead and handle that in the report, like in the weekly accounting report for Dreamscape? How do you handle that 30,000?
Does it matter if it was cash or if it was something else?
So cash or credit, in a way, kind of not, kind of not in a way. So is that an expense or is that a fixed asset? So Katie and Sue, do you both know the difference between an expense and a fixed asset?
Yeah.
Okay. So so do you go ahead and count that $30,000 as an expense, or do you, Sue, do you know what depreciation is?
Yeah.
Okay. So so do you depreciate that 30,000 or do you write it off as an expense?
You would depreciate it.
Normally, I mean, the IRS lets you go ahead and write off 20, 30,000 or straight up. But so just because the IRS does it doesn't mean we do it. That's where it gets a little wonky, is you almost have, two sets of books. You have what the IRS, that based on theirs, this is what theirs is, but then you have, okay, what does that mean? And so that's where it gets a little dicey. And so that expense of that asset, do you know how that was handled, or that expense, that cash flow out, the 30,000, do you know how that was handled in the report?
I'm not sure.
Okay. Katie, do you know?
No, I don't.
So my guess is that I wonder if we need to try to get this training meeting and stuff. I wonder if we ought to try to get Luke on it and Jason on it, because if I don't know if like Luke, yeah, and I don't know if Jason. So obviously I'm here. So if I'm here doing training, then somebody doesn't know. I think it's fair to say somebody doesn't know what they're doing, because I mean, obviously Sue, she loves hanging out with me, and so does Katie. So I mean, so they're probably like, no, no, Mark, stay. Any questions anybody has? Okay, so we'll pause and we'll see. I don't know. We may come back, or this may be enough. I'm not sure.